Yangon is known for the tropical monsoon climate. Sitting at only 5 meters above sea level, Yangon ecosystem has adapted to regular flooding and seasonal cyclones. When Myanmar hits the wet season from May to October, rain is generally heaviest. Water that comes pouring from the sky, water that drains from the northern mountains, even storm surge water from the sea. Such unique hydrology heavily shapes Yangon's ecology. Yangon landscape has been divided into several sets of ecosystem, namely the lake, the river, and the floodplain. They all adapt very differently to the seasonal change of Yangon. First, let us look into the case of Royal Lake. Sitting at a high elevation, the lake is well drained and controlled so it doesn't suffer from flooding. The environment favors the growth of a native swamp forest and a mixed deciduous forest. The forest is further connected to a national park to the north, where it holds an extensive range of wild animals. Its rich biodiversity has proven an asset to the city. It provides ecological services such as stormwater detention, recreation, and breeding predator of common urban pets. Next to the lake is the Yangon River, where water becomes more lively and busy. As an outlet to the sea, Yangon River is subject to pressure from tides and river current. The acidic sediment and salt mix together and create a very hardy environment, such that only the most resilient species are able to survive. Further, the tidal fluctuation deposit lots of sediment, forming mudflats where mangrove naturally grow. They serve as a great spot for food, shelter, and spawning ground for a range of species. It also spins off to problems like soil salinization and contamination, which greatly limit the scale and scope of agricultural practice along the river. This has posed a great challenge to the farm on the floodplains. On the outskirts of Yangon, farmers prepare paddy fields through a slash and burn technique to clear mangroves and forests for agriculture. Monoculture practice in paddy leads to problems like soil erosion, pests, and disease that greatly reduce yield. In the meantime, flooding also poses a huge threat to the field. A report in 2011 recorded a 10% drop in crop production due to the prolonged monsoon. Therefore, as an adaptation, the farmer converted the paddies along the river into a series of ponds and mangroves. They act as a buffer zone to protect the land against contamination and erosion. Still, whether these systems will continue to function remains an open question. Urban expansion clears away low-lying habitats like mangroves, forests, and paddy fields, all of which are naturally adapted to monsoon climate of Yangon. Such environmental deterioration may put even more pressure on the city's infrastructural capacity to respond to extreme weather. For instance, without mangroves, the coastline may be easily eroded away. Without paddy fields, flood may not be detained. Without forests to host predators, ecosystem may tip out of balance and pests may flourish. Still, city expansion is set to happen and it is imperative to clear lands for development. How can design resist the imminent threat posed by extreme climate and habitat loss? How can Yangon stand the test of change?